A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Now the Australian share market is poised to start the week with a minor gain. According to the latest SPI futures, the ASX 200 is likely to open the day 10 points or 0.1% higher. Now before the Easter break, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.6% or 44 points higher at 7,523. At the closing session last week, the best performing sector was materials, up 1.3%. The worst performing sector was financials, down 0.3%. The best performing stock in the S&P ASX 200 was Webjet. Their shares closed 7.5% higher at $5.85. The worst performing stock was the Bank of Queensland. Their shares closed 6.3% lower at $7.99. Now news from this morning, and AMP is in talks with Dexus and other parties over the future of Collimate Capital and a potential sale of its assets and businesses. Dexus has also confirmed in a press release this morning that it has been engaged in discussions with AMP regarding a possible transaction. Dexus does note that it regularly reviews strategic opportunities that have the potential to enhance security holder value, and at this stage there's no certainty that a transaction will result. Moving on, and Syrah Resources says its wholly owned subsidiary Syrah Technologies has finalised a non-binding term sheet and been offered a conditional commitment for a $107 million loan from the US Department of Energy, and that's to fund the initial expansion of its Vidalia active anode material facility in Louisiana in the US. The proposed loan is to be made under DOE's Advanced Technology Vehicles Manufacturing Loan Program in support of the Biden administration critical minerals strategy. The US Department of Energy has $17.7 billion in uncommitted loan authority under the ATVM program to support the manufacture of eligible advanced technology vehicles, including electric vehicles and qualifying components and materials within the US. Now today, Austal welcomed Prime Minister Scott Morrison to the company's Henderson, Western Australia shipyard, where he announced the Department of Defence will order an additional 2 evolved Cape-class patrol boats for the Royal Australian Navy for $124 million. The 2 new vessels are in addition to the 6 evolved Cape-class patrol boats that are currently being delivered by Austal Australia for the Royal Navy. Now we're going to take a short break here, but we'll be back with everything you need to know to trade today. Stay tuned.
Crypto talk by Kalkine. The crypto market has been red hot given the Bitcoin rally since the past year. And now the most famous cryptocurrency has got competitors, Dogecoin and Ethereum. If the crypto market excites you, tune in with me, Sage, to know the latest developments about the existing digital currencies and the new ones that are joining the race. I'll help you understand the opportunities and the risks the crypto market has in store for you. For all the digital currency related developments, continue watching Crypto Talk by Kalkine.
And welcome back. I'm Rachel and you're watching the Morning Outlook Report. Now over in the US, the S&P 500 fell 0.02%. The Dow Jones declined 0.11% and the Nasdaq dropped 0.14%, with the small cap Russell 2000 down 0.74%. Now European shares rose on Thursday last week. That's as the ECB kept its policy stance largely unchanged and signalled a steady reduction of stimulus over the coming months, spurring money markets to trim rate hike bets for the year. Europe's major markets were closed for the Easter break. Now, oil prices rose more than 1% on Monday as outages after the shutdown of Libya's biggest oil field strains an already undersupplied market. Brent crude surged by $1.46 or 1.3% to settle at $113.16 a barrel. WTI was up $1.26% or 1.2% to $108.21 a barrel. Gold rose more than 1% to a one-month high on Monday as concerns around the Russia-Ukraine conflict and rising inflationary pressures increased safe haven bids for the precious metal. Spot gold rose 0.7% to $1,987 an ounce. Gold futures in the US gained 1% to $1,994. Meanwhile, Dalian and Singapore iron ore futures rose on Monday, reversing early session losses as hopes of additional stimulus support China's economy overshadowed worries over the risk of a sharp slowdown in China due to more COVID-19 lockdowns. Well, that's all from me. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.